Geminis, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 9th to the 15th of December. Change of energies going on at the moment. Energy update, we went into that. We went into the elements as well that are going to be affecting your readings this week, so we're going to be looking at that a little bit later on. Before then, we will be getting messages, obviously, from the tarot and the Astroflower as well. It feels like there's a change, and I think that's got to do with Pluto as well. And I say a change, and I mean like a consistent change over a much longer period that's happening. It seems like life is taking an upswing, as it were, with your good self. Less doubt, less confusion, and so forth. But let's just see what's going on for you. We're going to mix it up a bit this week as well. Do a slight bit of difference going on this week. So let's just see which petals are speaking to us the most at the moment. Okay, your general energy here. This is this, and we've seen it before, I think about a month and a half ago, and opportunities don't turn around just once. It's a real cycle of life. And here it just feels like there's an egg being born within inside you. A real sort of it's a new lease of life that's being born inside you, and it's giving rise to very passionate emotions on your relationship side, which helps to engage with people. It could be with a new partner or with an existing partner, but there's a build up of passion that's building up within you. On your financial side as well, there's a very defined clarity of what you're really looking to the future here. And you're really starting to work on how you can put the steps in place in order to get what you want. That seems to be the driving force behind it within you at the moment. Really, really nice energies. Really nice energies for you. 5 of Swords, that is in your general energies. I think this is you finally making the decision. And 5 is about a transition as well. 7 is about an evident path. 2 is about learning what works and what doesn't work, that sort of thing, making decisions. And here that decision has been made. I think you're now walking towards or walking away from any internal doubt. And this is where I think there's an upswing within you. I think you've chosen this more than anything else. And you seem to be enacting it both on your relationship side, getting in a little bit more sort of passionate in order to birth the new you, and also giving you a focal point on your financial side. Let's just see which petals are speaking the most at the moment. The past here seems to be a very important. The past seems to be very important, and how we enact that. That's the integration of ourselves in the world around us, the here and now and so forth. I think that's really important, and that's there as well. So we're going to be putting our main cards on that section there. On your karmic path, this is where it seems to be set, and you seem to be rocking and rolling. You're walking towards something that is very much more passionate. The Wheel of Fortune is starting to roll in your direction. It's giving you that upswing in life, making you feel a lot better about it. And look at that connection to the synchronicities, the coincidences, the people that are around you. You get the Ace of Swords working to a plan. I think energy is helping you with this. It's streamlining a lot of things and sort of like getting the debris out of your way so you can make good strides forward. So if it feels right, definitely follow it at the moment. If it's good sort of coincidences and synchronicities, this is going to breed into your victory. What's in the past here? I get someone throwing out, it's like throwing out the water out of a boat or chucking out the rubbish. Not out of a boat, obviously, but chucking out the rubbish and putting the rubbish in the bin. Really getting down to, no, I don't want this in my life anymore. Ideas here. And when you do get this stuff out the way, all of a sudden it creates that space for those ideas to come to the surface. And how do you put those ideas into place? That is, I think, what is the that point of sort of putting in the steps that you need to take in order to get to where you are. There's a lot of abundance that comes out of this once you start clearing out things that no longer serve you within you, I think, as well, more than anything else. It doesn't necessarily mean saying to people around you, go away, I'm not nothing to do here. It's more of a case of sort of like finding your riches within you, finding your inner wealth, and converting all of those negatives into positive. This is what you're doing from the past. And I think there's lots of decisions that you've already made, actually. And it's a case of how do you implement it? What comes out in the future? Working to that plan. This is what I mean about the twos. It's making a decision. It's decision on your passions and how you engage your passions in the world around you. It's also may mean a little bit of traveling, and this could be a traveling on an emotional level, not necessarily on a physical level, but whatever it is, it's certainly asking your future is a lot more engaging in the world around you because of the way in which you're resituating yourself. How do we integrate the messages from this week here into your life? By following the plan, by allowing the energy to be your defining guide. And it's a bit of a leap of faith here. It certainly is. But once you start allowing it to happen, you're going to realize how much easier it is to get after what you want in life. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful energies coming into you, a lot of gifts, and it seems to tie into this sort of section here down at the bottom. And I think these gifts are coming because you've got this Wheel of Fortune, this clear vision of where you're going, and all of a sudden you're seeing how easy it can be once you allow energy to flow through you, once you allow energy to make the decisions for you, when in your engagement in relationships that people around you. And the moon card's been coming up loads for everybody. And I think there's a lot of surprises that seem to be coming to the surface this week. And I think you're surprising yourself, actually. I think you're surprising yourself, actually, by saying, do you know what? It's a lot easier than I thought. And you're going to be nicely surprised. And nurturing that's going to need time to grow and become a systematic action within you, a standing point, a stance that you take in regards to yourself, your happiness, and the world that is around you, opening up to a lot of things that a lot of joy within your life. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. On this side here, it's defining that objective. So it could be a complete career change, and we've seen this over the last 2 years coming down your pathway. And now with the karmic path, because the karmic path seems to be really important, it's giving you this focal point that you can no longer avoid. And these windows of opportunity of change are slowly coming to an end. I think it was a Bob Dylan song where one of his characters met the devil and he said, choose which dollar you want. But beware, with time, the dollars get less and less, so you no longer get a choice. And there isn't really no choice in life. The choice is something about the devil, really, idea of side of life, rather than the God side of life. And I think this is where, you're getting to a point here where you're really finding a spiritual value within the material world of what you do. And it's certainly pointing in a direction that I'm not a Gemini. I've seen loads of Gemini in the last week and a half. I was doing loads of healing, gradually opening up a center in Paris. And yes, I seemed to have nothing but Geminis. It was really weird. It wasn't weird. It was really nice. But, I had lots of Geminis. And this is what I noticed there's an upswing. And there's a lot of decision that's sort of like made within you. And it's unavoidable. Look at that. Being in alignment with yourself. This is your karmic path here on your financial, jobs, business and projects. It's got to sit well with you. You've got to feel okay with doing it. It's not a sort of thing that's kind of, I could do that because that'll it'll keep me, tide me over. No, no more of that tiding over. Much more of a sort of getting on and kind of going, do you know what? I want to do that. That makes me really happy. That makes me really joyous. And it is this 4 of 2, 4. This is brilliant. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Gemini. It's a job offer. This is a job offer, business, or a plan that you are finally getting into stride with. And you're getting into stride also with energy. Energy is helping you to do this, giving you that focal point. Look at that with the 8 of Wands. It goes beautifully. If you 2 of Cups, you double it, you get 4. You double it, you get the 8. This is very, very step-by-step stuff. And it's becoming ultimately very clear on your karmic path that the more you try to avoid it, the more life will be difficult for you. So do not avoid it. Go into it fully and embrace it. When you do, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. You could do it with your eyes shut, but certainly it's going to be fulfilling, enjoying, and also financially successful. Whatever you're doing, once you follow that pathway, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. With the connection to the universe and the sort of synchronicities and so forth, you get the 10 of Wands. I wouldn't get involved in the outside world. This is a clear plan that you have, that you are taking, and you have to follow that direction. Once you do, that's when things really do start sort of flowing in your direction. On your past, decisions have made. You've taken this pathway. Look at that with the King of Wands, owning it. Owning this pathway because it's in alignment with you with that 2 of Cups. Owning it because you are now sort of putting it in connection with other people, maybe a job or what have you. And owning it because it's giving you that focal point to concentrate on, getting rid of all your doubts as you go, as you go forward down the path. It's going to become so much easier for you. Let's just see what's going on that future self. So that future self, what is it tied into? Chalk and cheese. I think it's a radical change of direction that you need. It could well be just with you on your personal plan of moving house. There's an aspect to that as well, moving, and it could be a case of buying a house. It could be a case of investing in property, that sort of thing. But whatever it is, it's a real, it is a radical change. I can't get past that word. It's a radical change. But there is a lot of respect in that. You get the 3 of Pentacles, obviously working with people that are around you that are going to recognize your qualities. You recognize their qualities, and all of a sudden, things really fit well together, and it becomes highly efficient and also highly effective as well. Giving rise to great success for you. Look at that with the Ace of Pentacles as well, up in the top there. This is an opportunity, a golden opportunity for you here, Gemini, to really shake things up in your life and to open the doors of success built upon something that you really feel in alignment with, a whole new paradigm. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Energy that's coming out of there, and a lot of it is built upon respect. I also feel that in order for that to happen, you need that 2 of Cups sort of scenario going on for you within your life, of you feeling utter a one with what you're doing. And the World card is a Capricorn card. We're getting closer to that season, so possibly the idea will now present on the horizon this week, and as we go into the following week, it can really be physically active within your life. How do you integrate this message within your world in the here and now? Being in the here and now is really important at the moment as we go into the solstice period and the transition of things. Energy is changing enormously upon the earth. Keeping an eye on that one goal, concentrating on that one thing. I think this ties in beautifully to the 8 of Wands as well. Gives you a real focal point as you go forward. That's something that you can really, really drive to. That gives you the great results. So let's just see, and we're going to go in to see the elements now. Let's just see what the elements are saying to you. according to the Astroflower. So here we have the wrong elements as far as I can see. Yeah, is that right? No, that is right. Sorry, I thought we had Aquarius there for a minute, but we do have you, Gemini. Sorry, long way away, getting old, can't really see. So you have this air energy at the top, but you have this fire energy at the bottom, and I think this is where your passions are really starting to play through as well. You've actually got a lot more fire in you than you do have air, and when you turn up that gas within you, when you turn up that fire within you, that passion within you, there is no stopping you. But in the energy update, we went into what was coming off of the sun, and it was mainly water energy. You have this cardinal water, and I think this is what's giving you that emotional direction with the Two of Cups that was down there earlier on, and also with the Page of Swords over on this side here. It's stimulating that emotional direction that you wish to take, not only on your financial side, but also on your relationship side. The other thing we noticed in the energy update was the input from the earth in regards to elements. And we were looking at fire and earth. And this seems to be a very serious component within your relationship side. But look at that. Also, you get the cardinal earth that's coming in here, and that gives you that karmic direction. And it's cardinal as well. So it makes for giving you rise to that Ace of Swords. That Ace of Swords, which is at the top. No, Ace of Pentacles, sorry, that is at the top there. And that's giving you a real sort of direction that's going on. But one of the most important crossing points maybe is this point here where we've got this fixed earth that comes in with this cardinal water. So I think we're going to put a few cards on there for the here and now and see what's going on. We're definitely going to pull a 3 cards on that combining point between your karmic path and your future self, and how you interact the decisions that you've made in the past, and how you interact it, engage with it in order for you to get the results that you so wish. Those are the main two, the ones that I'm going to be looking at. We will pour a few on this to try and give us this focal point as well, and to see what's happening there. So let's just bring back up your cards, as it were. Let's just bring them back up there. I'm actually going to bring back up the Astroflower as well. Let me just find it. There it is. I'm going to bring back the Astroflower as well, because it's difficult. I think it's difficult to see the cards with the white backgrounds in a new studio, dealing with stuff, getting loads of different videos coming out in the future. You want to be subscribed and click that bell so you get all the notifications going into topics like spirit, healing, energies, lots of things, physical bodies, you know, a bit of the health world, lots of things that I do on my everyday job and my healing job. So let's just see, first of all, I think we're going to look at this connection here that's here, where we have these fixed earth and fire connections. That's real earth energy, things that's coming from within you. The devil's in the detail. I think you're very good at the detail here. I think it's also the energy here is sort of like eliminating the illusions within your life. And it's giving you that focal point. I think this is what's giving you that birthing of the new you. It's helping you to see things clearly so you don't waste your time in the future. It gives you that King of Cups as well, which gives you the stability, the conversion of emotions into reality. And this is converting the bad into the good on that side there, and the whole ideas of what you want. And also exploring that sort of 10 of Cups, that 9 of Cups, sorry, those gifts that are coming into your lives. You got the 8 of Pentacles. Yes, there's no results without work. You know that, Gemini. And I think it's more of a case of here of actually applying that work, concentrating on the finer details of life, how your passions are engaged with people that are around you. Okay, let's just have a look what's going on here on the financial side with that crossing point there. You get the Page of Wands. This is also learning about the here and now, how you put your passions into things, concentrating on things. It's also learning about how you accumulate or cultivate that 8 of Wands, that focal point of what you really want to be exploring. You get the 9 of Wands as well. Having those healthy boundaries. Maybe the energies here sort of saying, when you take a step forward, it's like the barrier comes up behind you. So you cannot take a step back. And I think the energy is forcing you to open up to exploring your passion of life. 8 of Wands that comes out of it. It's all in the alignment there, gets you into that focal point of what you should be doing. Let's just have a quick look on what's going on the here and now with that energy there. You get the Four of Pentacles. Is that holding on too tightly? There's a possibility that it could be, but I think it's more of a case of, you know, in the here and now, you're getting much more attuned into being aware of how you give away your emotions, your energy, your time, your money, how you invest in life that is around you, and you don't get involved in situations that is causing you problems, or that will cause you problems in the future. You just can't keep from falling out at the moment. You get the Hangman here, seeing things in a different light, and I think this is that surprise thing with the moon as well. Just seeing things in a different light will really help you to see the evident path with the Seven of Cups, where you're really going to be invested in what works for you, certainly on your financial side, but also on your relationship side. It works really well for you. I think this is a very good transformatory week for you, Gemini. So yeah, there you go. Thanking you very much for all your support that you give to this channel. It's absolutely beautiful to see, because YouTube don't give us nothing. But at the same time, these also got the energy update. So if you want to see that, that'd be about my head. And also make sure you're subscribed, click that bell, so you can get notifications about all our future videos and concerning the healing, spirit, and so forth, that we're going to be doing on this channel here. It'd be lovely to have you here. In the meantime, there's all for me left to say is, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.